Hey guys, GM, and welcome to our wrap up AMA for our game spotlight featuring Pixels for this week. And this is Sil, your host for today, and together with me is no other than Fallen Corpses from the Corpse team, from the core team, and Legion. Legion, can you introduce yourself to the guests that we have right now? Corpse team.
The corpse team, yeah. I'm sure everybody's familiar with me from community ops team here. But Legion, for those who don't know, please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Legion. I'm one of top three content creators for Pixels, and of course one of the top farmers in the game.
You're
Nice.
also one of the founding members of TIFF, right?
Yeah, I'm also here in as a representative of Trappers in the Field Guild. TIFF is the best and biggest guild in Pixels, and we own the most land and assets in game.
Awesome. So maybe we can ask you a few questions, and I don't think we have shared this to you, so this is gonna be quite surprising. So I think you can answer this anyway. So can you tell us more about how's your grinding in the game? Like, did you already make some berry, or have you joined the past energy parties last time, Legion?
Oh, I thought you were asking the people.
No. I was asking you. Sorry.
Well, the grinding, I don't see pixels as grindy anymore. It was in the play to airdrop because you could play it infinitely, but now we have this energy bottleneck to say so. So I only play pixels like I think half an hour a day maximum, and I stockpile on berry and energy. I have like a full storage chest with wines and I think 100,000 berry.
So yeah, as you've mentioned, in terms of grinding, you're just grinding like 30 minutes a day, right? So while playing the game, maybe you can share to us. You also fallen. Like, what is the most thing that you like on the game? Like in comparison to the other projects on the same genre, what makes Pixels different from them?
I love the community, and I don't feel like I play alone. Like I play to improve the game. Like every farm that you own and build, you build it for other players to use, and you get like a small reward for it. That's why I love about it because the game gets better with my improvement and my how do you say it? Not improvement, my contribution into the game. And to top that all out, I'm also making content on YouTube to make the game even better and share more content and giveaways and information with the people.
All right. Since you are a streamer for Pixel, can you actually share us your link, like your channel, so people who are interested with Pixels can actually follow you? And since we can actually flash it out on the screen once Legion has shared it. So yeah, how about you, Paul? And what do you like most about the game so far?
It might sound a little cheesy as well, since Legion already said it, but by far the community here is great. We had a lot of people outside of YGG when we were doing previous parties or events, like actually wonder what was going on and just join in the fun without really knowing what was happening. So that's been great. It's been awesome to work with TIFF as well. They've been extremely welcoming to kind of help our community get ingrained with Pixels as well by throwing these events. They're very generous last gap season when we threw the event as well by giving out quite a bit of berry to people. And we'll probably be doing something similar come the next season. Don't know if we'll be giving out that much berry. Uh, still to be seen, but we'll definitely be putting together another event outside of an energy event. Um, but also, I think the energy event was well received yesterday. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of people outside of YGG join up with us, and have a good time there.
And if I'm not mistaken, we have a video of what happened last night, right? So maybe we can show our audience what we are talking about. Sample, let's go.
Yes, Supremo, something like that. Usually we get 20 energy per hour. So if you get anything more than that, it means it's from the energy party. And you also see on my screen, it's the heart in the middle. If you see the heart, it means you are getting the energy, and you need to be like close to the heart to get it. So in a circle around it. Yeah, it doesn't matter on what world. The farm, the farmer, the farms are global. 4388.
I have the same thoughts, Fallen. Like I was, how can Legend talk while there's a video playing? And I just realized that he was talking on the recording. So yeah, that was quite fun. And the graphics really reminds me of Stardew Valley and how those 8-bit games are made right now. And it's really refreshing um to see a game like this, especially in the Web3 industry. So yeah, there were questions, Paul, and like we are going to tackle this, right? Like we're going to be focusing more on the GEP, maybe we're probably gonna have some leaks. So they are actually asking right now on the AMA discussion whether we have some leaks, like on which quest, what kind of quest are we gonna have for season 4, Fallen.
We leaked actually the whole quest list during the event, like all of them. um, yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably scroll back through the general chat and find them. But yeah, Day actually posted all of the quests. I don't think he posted the details um, of them, but there'll be a good range. Like Legion, I think one of the quests. So Legion actually is the one who came up with most of the quests. Actually, I think all of them for Pixels here, and we approved every single one of them, um, and they range quite a bit. That being said, we will be starting Gap next Wednesday, the 5th. I think is when we're aiming for. So very soon. Again, that date might get pushed back or actually be earlier. But we will be launching that. And then I think our next Spotlight week, I will be planning to do a Gap Spotlight week. So we won't actually have one single game like we usually do for our Spotlights. It's going to be kind of mishmash going over what's changed for Gap. It'll be able to answer any questions that people have for Gap. It will also be able to help people kind of walk through the process. Obviously, we have our tickets and another thing for Gap that people can open if they have questions. But I've always been one to say, if we can actually walk people through it, it usually helps quite a bit. So that will be next week, and we will be covering everything Gap related. And then what I really want to do is actually dive into some of these games and the Gap quests. So we will probably slot a day during that week. And I'm going to ask Legion to kind of come out and help people kind of walk through some of those quests. I think we will be trying to do some of the the quests that we can do within like one sitting there, or at least put people on the right path. Just like the secret post office key, and maybe the wine not butter brew quest as well.
Uh, yeah, that's a bit hard, but yeah, we could. I could. We could do together in a live the beginner quest. And also, if you want to see my quest suggestions before 5th of July, I linked some in one of my last two videos. So make sure you watch them because they are very useful for new players.
So yeah,
Yeah,
guys.
Legion has a whole.
And there. Sorry, go, Paul.
There it is. No, no, I was just gonna say Legion has a whole slew of everything related to it. So like if you need any guides, I've been using his channel for quite a while to complete all my quests, especially for your last season.
All right. Yeah. So sorry. I was just gonna tell you guys that you can actually follow Legion on YouTube. So Senpu is actually putting it on the screen right now. It's Legion Farming. So you guys heard a lot of leaks right now, and definitely Legion has shared a lot of leaks on his channel already. But GAP's week is gonna be starting next week. So you heard it first here with Fallen. So yeah, I hope it doesn't get pushed out, and everyone from the YGG community is really excited already for the upcoming season. And there are a lot of things still in store aside from the GAP that we are really looking forward to. So yeah, maybe before we discuss further, we have been playing like a week of pixels. So like based on your experiences, I would like to ask you maybe do you have an idea on how the community engagement game, the type of game, can actually attract different players from our subdals? Like how maybe you can share some ideas on what is the future of the game for all the subdals that we have for YGG.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
can't really dive into what I'm expecting the other sub DAOs to do because they are, their own sub DAOs. They can play whatever game they choose to play. Um, from our last talk with Luke and Heidi there, and maybe Legion, you can elaborate on this. They're really looking into user generated content and having, kind of this open platform where a lot of people can create their own games within Pixels.
yeah, that's one thing that will get into Pixel's ecosystem more and different type of game loops and game mechanics. Because right now Pixels is a chill, casual farming game with some crafting and social elements. But also pets will come with the Pixels token release, and the pets will have some skill-based player versus player elements to them. So yeah, that will be very fun as well. Also, if you want to get in on those leaks directly from Pixels, from Luke and Heidi, I would really suggest you to come live with on the AMAs that we have every Wednesday. They're very cool, and there is where the alpha gets shared mostly. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. If you guys have time and you want extra energy, they give energy, if I'm right, correct, Legion, during the AMAs.
yes, we have a special theater in game where we get extra energy, and we watch the AMA from there. We can also ask them questions. They give us some updates on what to come and so on.
And I also think I was talking to Elephantanium, who's the mayor of Pixel Terra Villa right now, right?
Yeah, also the first non-thief mayor. Congrats, Alex.
And I think he was going to be doing a event next week as well, where you'd be able to get energy and kind of hang out. Another party.
Yes, as a mayor, he has the power to get when he wants two extra energy parties because
Hmm.
they don't give out energy parties every time and every day. We had one because I asked them as the YGG community to have one. But yeah, energy is scarce, so our mayor will give us one energy party as his mandate after the AMA.
Cool.
It's
So
like
I will be sharing that too. Like I'll be sharing the date and stuff in the Pixels chat. So if anybody else is interested or wants some more energy for grinding, there you go. You have two events next week again to kind of get more energy.
yeah, more energy for farming. It's a double. From theater we go straight to the party. It's so fun. Sometimes they even stream the party in the AMA. So some part of it.
I'm not actually quite familiar with the ranks on the game. So, you have mentioned that there was a player who was the first mayor, who is not a member of TIFF, right? So, how do you get on that level, Legion, for a new player like me, and also for all our other viewers who are aspiring to become a mayor, maybe sometime in the future? So, what are the requirements in becoming a mayor?
Well, it's not easy to become a mayor because you have to be nominated first, and they have like a black box tool that is considering a lot of factors, like how many people nominated you, what's your contribution to the community, how high are your levels. Like your levels in game play a big role. So as a new player, you cannot uh, out level some of us. So yeah, and after that only top five people get nominated, and after that we go through a week of voting. And last mayor got nominated with like 70 votes, but we also had mayors nominated with 200 votes. So it's not easy. It's a popularity. Also depends on what how people like you in game. It's also a popularity contest. Plus, you people vote depending on what did you choose to change to the game. Each mayor has two good options and one bad option. Um,
It's actually quite interesting because the flow of what will happen in the game is actually in the control of the players, right? And even a single person like the mirror can actually turn everything into his favor, right? Like there are people voting for the direction of whatever is going to be happening. So that's a good approach coming from the game, and it actually makes them feel like they really actually thought about the community aspect of the game. Like this is what happens on sub DAOs, right? So and on DAOs. So there is no one complete entity that actually controls everything, like a government or something, and everyone gets a piece of something in order um to show or give what the future is about, the game is about. So yeah, maybe another question for me is do you have like any suggestions? Like I know Legion and Fallen, you have been playing this game for quite some time, so I know that you have known the ins and outs of the game. So like, do you have any suggestions so far for the game to improve?
um, yeah, I have some. Also, how you said, not only the mayor has like a people vote, but also we have a feedback form that's directly linked with the Pixels Discord, where they read all the feedback we give to them, and they prioritize depending on the resources and so on. Um, so yeah, all the feedback that I have for them, it's already in there, and the team is considering it. But for the game, uh, the pets, I can't wait for the pets and can't hope they are faster, but they take their time to make sure they do it well because it's linked with the Pixels token and a lot of stuff is going behind that with the partnerships and so on. A new industry, actually, a new industry I would love to have like some cattle that give milk that you can refine into cheese and so on because we didn't have a new industry since silk slugs came out. But
Actually, oh, sorry, go.
as gameplay improvements, uh, not very much. Some UI changes and the ability to buy inventory space and bookmarks with Berry or Pixel. That that's some quality of life improvement I would add.
I
Do they
was
have?
sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
I
go, go,
was
go, fine.
I was gonna ask Legion if they have any like what's are the pets just gonna be purely like cosmetic, or is there actually gonna be some sort of like perk for having them?
Um, I'm not um, I'm not in the team that is testing them, so I don't know for sure. But from what I heard, they will have in-game utility. You need to feed them the pet food. Otherwise, if they are hungry, they will not give you that utility.
Definitely. If you don't feed your pet, even in real life, they're gonna get angry and not
Yeah,
gonna give you anything.
they
So
get angry and they don't help you, and people will see that it's not fed. And also, each pet mint, they will mint like in seasons, and some traits will be like rare because only that season will have that specific trait.
So, are there like any like announcement or like a log of all the stats or anything that these pets can actually do, or is it still up in the air so far?
We have a page where they share all the releases. I can share that with you. Is the game update, but we don't know what the pets will do. Like I have no idea.
Aside from the pets, I'm actually quite interested with the game. So the game actually did start like it started like a farming game like Harvest Moon or like Stardew Valley, right? But I've been playing a game from one of the big game manufacturers. It's called Rune Factory, wherein they actually incorporated like a battle system on the farming game. So I'm actually interested with if they can actually put some battle aspects. Maybe I don't know how they will implement it. Like the communities there already. We have been building communities, and what if there's like monsters attacking the towns or what? So maybe I don't know. Just my 2 cents.
Um, I hope they will implement some battle, but I'm not sure if pets will be like very PvP focused or they will just count on the community to make third party games in the Pixels ecosystem. I'm not sure,
Which
but if you share with me the game, we can suggest that to them to maybe get inspired, because I didn't hear about that game, so it's a very good suggestion.
yeah, it seemed like Luke and the team there are very open to kind of suggestions and really making it a community first game. They were very opening, and I know just at their pace of like improvements, it seems like they take community feedback really well comparatively. I know some other games have not been the same way. They kind of do their own thing, and the community can either enjoy it or they can't. Sil, we lost your screen. Oh no.
Oh yeah. Wait, my camera is dead. I don't know how to fix this while we are live. Let me reconnect. I'll probably gonna take over first.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just wondering. So, guys, if you have any questions, quick, we'd we'd be happy to kind of answer them. I know somebody was saying they'd love to see a mini map in the game or some sort of option to be able to pull up a map.
We have some in-game maps. You need to click on them, and it opens up the map and with a point of where you are and some interest point buildings. So we have in-game maps, but you need to be like a specific place to access them.
Yeah, that's when you're in Terra Villa. Those like map boards, right? You can interact with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I remembered all the maps. It's not that big of a map.
not yet, not yet. No, I'm sure they're gonna add on. Like it looks like there's a few buildings that they're waiting to like upgrade and add more things to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have the
so we're
central map and six other big maps and two small maps.
yeah, so it's like they're it's really the game's really in its infancy. We're not anywhere close to finished.
Yeah, the game as you see it launched on like 16, 17 of November, something like that, last year.
Sorry, they were asking me what happened to my POV. It's a different perspective. So apparently my camera was low battery. So yeah.
Use a battery camera, not a plugged in one.
I have three cameras. One from an SLR, one from a webcam, and another from another perspective.
Sheesh.
So yeah, we are now opening up the questions for the community. Like we have a lot of people right now on the AMA discussion, and I know you guys are itching to ask a lot of questions. So now this is your time. You can ask one of the top players here, Legion, on anything about the game. So take it away, guys. Ask questions right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, and we'll wait for those questions to come in. Legion, do you maybe want to just talk about the upcoming? And again, we don't know the date, but their next token, which will be the Pixels token, and kind of what that's about.
Yeah, Pixels is like the premium currency. Berry is like an in-game token that you use to level up and progress into the game faster. Pixels is for the premium content, like creating a game, creating items, uh, and minting pets. We will need pixels to mint pets. Um,
And is there any word if that will be like a retroactive airdrop or like
uh, yeah, pixels will be distributed to landowners for creating some for doing some in-game quests and or events. Also for VIP holders, they will have like a smaller revenue and supply of pixels to get. And the airdrop, you cannot participate to the airdrop now, but players that played in the play to airdrop from summer last year up to the end of October last year, that was the play to airdrop era, to say so. And we have a lot of players from that era. And top 20,000 players from then will get a pixel airdrop depending on their level in that. But the game reset after that, so we started all from zero. But the player to airdroppers will have had a berry airdrop already, and will have a pixel airdrop.
so? In other words, most of the new players are shit out of luck unless they buy a land or unless they were lucky enough to be early in the game. And that's not to say like they haven't released any details where there'll probably be ways to earn it in game itself. It's just going to be like really hard to earn, right?
Yeah, for people that don't have VIP or land, it will be harder. But there is a project that can give you ownership rights to a land for as little as the 10% or 25% down payment, and you split the pixel revenue with the guys that finance the land. So that's the best way for new players to also have their own farm, have access to the differentiator machine, and also get in on pixel. I made a video explaining that project, and it will be launched at the same time with pixel. It's called plots.finance. So yeah, for new players, that's the best way.
Cool. So I think we had So I think we kind of went over this last time. Somebody's got a question. What do you feel Legion is lacking in the game, and can be improved or added to the game?
New content is lacking because yeah they prepare for Pixel and they gated some content for Pixel release. PvP, I can't wait for like 1v1 me bro type of moments. Because right now the only flex we have is like who has higher levels, and that's like how much you grinded or how much money you sunk into energy to level up faster, and that's not like the best way of competitive play to say so. So yeah, can't wait for some PvP mechanics and that and new content. That's what I
Cool.
feel it's lacking at the moment, but it's coming. I I think it's coming.
Yeah, content is king, right?
Yeah, it's so fun. It creates such new and big opportunities for free to play players because when new content is coming, everyone wants to get it on their farm, and there is a big bottleneck of only one public industry to get that resource, and people are like collecting it every hour and so on for a week. So, and that resource is like very expensive. You can make like $6 every hour or something like that if you get on it, and it creates like a fun month to say so until the new industry gets stabilized. Huge prices.
Excellent, excellent. What else do we have? Other questions? Can
We
you
have
rent?
one for boring. Sorry. Go.
No, I was just
Armin.
gonna. Yeah, I was just gonna go down the list here for Bibbs. He was
Upper bibs.
asking about like renting land. I don't think you can rent the land right now, right?
You can. They made an official partnership with Rent NFT. You can browse rentals from in game. You click on your bookmarks tab, and where you have the OpenSea link, you also should have the browse rentals link
Ah, okay.
because they made a sort of delegate cash way of owning the land, but without being able to sell it.
Yeah.
So yeah, renting is available, but I'm not sure it's not worth it at the moment.
And do you get all the benefits as a landowner would?
Yes, if you rent the land for that period of time, you are the owner, but you just can't sell it or transfer it. In game, you have the full benefits. You can remove industries, you can remove everything you put here or what's there. Access to the
Interesting.
landowner room, and of course, access to the pixels reward.
Cool, cool, cool.
So, not financial advice. Don't rent land at the moment. Stack your berry and matic for pixel and for plots when they launch.
Yeah, and I think the prices of land right now are pretty reasonable too.
Yeah, they dropped because one whale sold like half of his lands after he was banned from the Discord. And that's how I got to buy another two lands. So yeah, the price right now I think it's awesome. And when Pixel is launched, it will
Oh wait,
skyrocket.
I was on mute. Sorry. There
Yeah,
was a
you
follow
can
up question on that one. Beeps actually posted like the photo of the rent an NFT farmland. So they were asking why should we not rent? Like it was specifically mentioned there that it is a great way to dip your toes into the exciting world of virtual land ownership. So we are simple people and we just listen to whatever the pop up says. I echo. Wait.
Yeah, you were better in the beginning before you changed whatever setting there.
yeah, because as a new player, it's very hard to manage a land. Like you need to invest a lot of berry into your land, and at the moment you don't get any benefits from the special landowner's machine or from pixels airdrops. So that's why, like, just to move stuff around, you can ask other landowners to make you manager on their land if you want to have fun with that. But yeah, if you want to dip your toes, wait for pixels for plots.finance. Because you could also get a land for 0%, but you need to respect some conditions in game to have a total level over 100.
Yeah, which is one of our quests for the next gap season. I guess that kind of ties into Boring's question here, which is like, are there any tips or strategies that beginners can use to like speed up their progress in pixels? And to that, I would say, yeah, Legion's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I think I made a specifically new guide for players. Um, I go through like how to get around the game, how to do the beginner quests, and how I would go around about leveling up. But also I have specific guides for quests, like how to do ceramicist mining combo or how to level up my slugger textiler combo and so on. So go through that, go through those. Also, my last two videos are very good for new players as well.
All right, so if you haven't followed Legion yet, I can actually follow him again on YouTube. So it's Legion Farming. So we have one last question so far. So this is for from Boring Forever. So are there any tips, like any strategies that beginners can actually follow to expedite their progress in Pixels? So
That's
if I'm
that's what
not
I just
mistaken, that
asked.
yeah, it was answered. Yeah, sorry. I was reading through it and I was, oh no, this has been answered.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's again. And we do have Pixel Legion's YouTube channel pinned to the Pixels channel in Discord. So if for whatever reason you didn't have the opportunity to find it now, you can definitely find it in there. Legion is super active in there as well. So you're usually pretty good with answering anybody, right, Legion?
Yeah, I answer comments on YouTube. I also have my own server for giveaways and answering people. And also, I post a video at least once every 2 weeks if we don't have new content.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. Show Legion some love, and definitely for the next gap season, if you're trying to get those Pixels quests, he's your guy to get you to where you want to go.
Yeah, once quests are out, I will make a guide for them for sure.
Cool. Still, I think that covers most of what we wanted to kind of take care of. Any closing thoughts here, Legion?
Well, have fun. Don't be discouraged by the sheer amount of content you cannot yet do, because it's not meant for you to do everything. Like best way to enjoy the game is like to specialize on a combo of skills and so on. So yeah, have fun with the community, talk with people, submit your YGG decorations because why not? And wait for pets. Get berry and get good for pets.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's another good point there, right? Before we wrap up, we do have a Pixels kind of. We're looking for people to create items like the flags, the TIFF flags that you guys saw at the event there, but YGG themed, so that we can have our own items within the Pixels game itself. So if you know how to create pixel artwork, uh, feel free to reach out or just create some YGG pixel artwork and then pass it over to me.
Yeah, and I'm making a UCG museum for decorations in on my farm 1859. That's my headquarters, and I will showcase and promote those UCG in the intro of my every video from now on. So if you want something promoted, donate it to the headquarters, and it will be seen there.
Some people are asking for your Discord itself, Legion. So maybe you want to share that in the Pixels channel. Feel free to link to your Discord there.
Uh, yeah, it's in the description of my every video.
Yeah, there
And
you go. So
yeah, when you get verified, just write that you come from YGG, because I check every member to see if it's a new account or an active member in Pixel's Discord.
excellent. And correct. YGG doesn't have any land. That's why we partnered with TIFF. TIFF has the most abundant amount of land. So if you need something, uh, use Legions or TIFF's land, because I guess it helps everybody in the end, right?
Yeah, on our guild server, we have all our lands that we farm on each other's lands. But also, I was thinking to have like a land used by some YGG members, like to decorate, like the land we had the party on. Maybe if we have like top three YGG members, to let them decorate that a bit, and be like the YGG headquarters. We will see. But yeah, with plot finance, everyone will have a land.
Excellent. Sil, any closing thoughts, buddy?
Not so far. It has been a really good week, especially for the Pixels community, and I think a majority of the YGG community had fun with all the events that we had for this week. And to close it out, thank you so much again for another week of Game Spotlight, and I hope to see everyone on the next one. We are probably gonna be having like a GAP week as per Fallen, and we'll be announcing you and keep you guys up to date. Just stay tuned on our Discord for announcements or on all our social media platforms. So yeah, GG's and good night, everyone. See you guys around and see you on the metaverse. GG's.
Yeah,
Have
cheers.
fun.
Thanks,
Peace
guys.
out.